Alright guys, we are back for another Dokkan Battle video. So today we're going to take a look at this character right here. This is the LR Goku and Gohan that we are able to get from Super Battle Road, and then we're now able to EZA them from the most recent 10 stages of Extreme Super Battle Road. So this character got an EZA. I don't know how good this character, decent I'm going to go with them. It's hard to say. I really don't know what to expect from this. I'm in burst mode. While this burst mode is up, this is like showcase paradise right here, because it's like we're in so good. Okay, so one of the most important things on this character, so we're up to that portion of their passive. Then let's see, they get 59% attack on super. We could run this character against like Red Zone Broly and shit. Like seriously, I think so. Link set here. Let's say they have a huge like sort of bunch of common links. Let me just quickly show Warriors Raised on Earth. But I mean, they really want Goku family allies. The good thing though is that all these teams are filled with Goku family category. 30% defense from their 12 key. So they could triple super, and if they do, their defense should look very good. If you guys have double or triple super, their defense after they do that is ridiculous. They only stack an 18 key, just like this Goku and Gohan, but their 12 key, they get 30% defense, just like this Goku and Gohan. All right, so we're at 4.28. I mean, that's not anything exceptional. They do have to do 3 super attacks and 3 normal attacks to be fully built up. Okay, there we go. There's a second supers and be on 3 turns to be fully built up. Okay, so I guess what one unit's putting up, just from that opening turn, I don't know. I have All in the Family activated. Let's see what they look like in a couple of turns here when we get them back on rotation. All right, guys, so here we're on. This is a pretty good rotation right here. So we're going to be able to get we have quite a bit of support activated. So up to 313k defense. I mean, they're definitely looking better. This is not them fully built up, but this is a god turn for them. I mean, if we take a look at our links, we have everything activated except for Shocking Speed and Saiyan Warrior. We're going to get stronger defensively as we're going through. It's nothing overly special, though, no matter what, right? Like, it's just like 300k and stuff like that. Like, I don't know. I guess the where you think, oh, the fight is so long, he has so many health bars, every character builds up easily. It's not how it goes, right? Like, you'll have next turn, they'll be fully built up defensively. So next turn, we're gonna see them at full capacity. Let's just keep getting rotations in, sort of see how this damage looks like. 4.65. I mean, this is a good turn, right? Because their defense is pretty high. They're getting a stack. Remember that the 12 key is giving them 30% defense, so it's like they're looking better. Okay. Let's, we'll cut again, and we'll come back in a couple of turns, continue to see how effective they're looking. All right, here we go. So we have another rotation right here. Okay. So we have our boys Goku and Gohan. This is them fully built up at this point. We've bet this is all 3 turns. They've done 3 super attacks. I think that they're okay. Like, I feel like there's potentially spots in practice after they get additional supers than it is at the start of turn. The healing could be useful. They're okay. It's hard to say for sure. I don't want to be too positive. I don't want to be too negative here. It's like they've got, at the bare minimum, they have gone to battlefield with this character potentially, right? You could, I mean, you could do if you're going up against an AGL EZA boss that's weak to, they're not going to help there. I could potentially see some use for this character at some point. They're not a complete zero. Maybe, I mean, we're testing them out right now in burst mode. Perhaps burst mode is where they're going to be good. I feel like that's a good chance, right? Burst mode is where we could see them actually being super effective, perhaps. Okay, so we've seen sort of what they're able to active. We'll have the support from Carnival Goku. We got B-Pan. We got some stuff going on. That. We do need to get our 18 key here, which we would be 1 shy short of right there. So let me just do a little bit of orb changing, and we will be good right there. Bam. They're in slot 3. This should be pretty big damage we get from them. At least the most impressive that we've seen thus far. So let's go ahead and see what they're going to give us. Pretty good for potentially giving a lot of these characters, like, value moving forward. So that is something to be able to help out in this mode. 6.97 right there. Okay. Their 18 key super attack is the Kamehameha and Masenko, which stacks defense, does Mega Colossal, and they get 20% defense up to 59% per Goku family category ally on the turn. Then they get 59% attack on super attack, 58% attack if it's an 18 key super attack. Then they get 20% attack at the start with each attack performed, and then 20% attack with each super attack performed. Both of those go up to 58%. And then finally, they give 5 key, a guaranteed additional as a 70% chance to be a super, and 8% HP regen at the end of the turn as the third attacker in the turn. I think that this character would probably be fine if you just gave him support. I think maybe you just add that to the third attacker in a turn portion. So it's like, you know, the passive could be exactly the same, but then it's 5 key, guaranteed additional with a 70% chance to super, recover 8% HP, and then Goku family category allies 2 key, 30% attack and defense as the third attacker in a turn. I think that's all I'd want. This character feels like a support to me, but they don't, right? Like, if you look at everything they're doing, if they're doing all this, but then they're also supporting, I would like this a lot. But because they're not supporting, it's like, I don't really know, you know, I feel like you could potentially use this character maybe against, like, Red Zone Metal Cooler or some of these, like, you know, like an AGL boss, potentially. Their defense might be a bit low. It would depend on how long the fight is, right? I think they could potentially be okay-ish. And we'll see if, like, a burst mode or something like that might come out where they could actually be a little bit more useful. Their link set is All in the Family, Z Fighters, Saiyan Warrior Race, Saiyan Lineage, Kamehameha, Shocking Speed, and Legendary Power. 12 key multiplier, 140%. 24 key multiplier is 200%. And then they're on a few category teams here. So they're on a Goku family team, ridiculous monster team, of course. They're also over here on the Kamehameha team as well. Then down here, they're on the Join Forces team. Another, you know, LR option for Join Forces. The problem is that you really do want to use this character with Goku family category allies anyway. Then they're over here on the Bond of Parent and Child category team. And then finally, they're here on the Warriors Raised on Earth team. So there is the EZA, LR, Goku, and Gohan. Let me know what you guys thought of them. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.